Hello friends, today I am going to talk about an important profile which is part of the accounting team, that is order to cash. Order to cash team is one of the important team of finance, and I'll explain you later that why it is important team. But what I'm going to cover in this video is majorly the role and responsibilities, skills and competencies required to be part of order to cash team. If you are willing to join order to cash team, then this video is very important for you. If you're looking for a job change and you want to get into order to cash team, then this video also going to be important for you. If you have not subscribed to the channel, request you to subscribe to the channel. So let's begin. So first, let's try to understand what are the role and responsibilities of the O2C team, right? So the first and the major important role or responsibility is order management. In details, I'll speak in subsequent slides. So I am going to talk about the bullet points here. So the first one is order management. Second is invoicing and billing. Third is payment processing. Fourth is cash application. Fifth, reporting and analysis. And the last is customer service. So these are the basic job responsibilities which the O2C team is going to perform. But there are companies who may have allocated different roles or different more type of works which the O2C team will be performing. But these are the basics responsibilities what I'm going to explain now. The first one is order management. So before I explain about order management, I would like to tell that O2C team are the people who are going to be in contact with the customers, right? If you see P2P, they are dealing with vendors, whereas O2C team will be dealing with the customers. So what responsibility they have under order management? The first one is receive and process customer orders. So whenever there is a PO raised by the customers, this team will do the analysis and ensure that this order is properly managed. That means it is delivered on time. They contact with the logistics team, they contact with the business team, and ensure that the order is properly managed. Verify order accuracy and completeness. Manage order cancellation and amendment. So if there is an amendment or cancellation, then this team has to ensure that it is modified and ensure compliance with order policies and procedures. Okay, so they have to ensure that if the company or the customer has demanded 10 quantity, then the 10 quantity is dispatched, not less or more. If there is a difference, then yes, the communication has to go to the customer. Next one is very important, invoicing and billing. Yes, order management is more about the order from the customer, but on legal point of view, if you have to raise an invoice or you have to bill to the customer, then the O2C team has to take care of that. So what is the responsibilities they have? One is generate accurate invoices and bill, which should be matching with the PO unless there is a difference agreed between the customer. Second is ensure timely delivery of invoices to customers, because your payment will come only when you raise the invoice. If you are not raising the invoice on time, then the payment will be delayed, right? So this team will ensure that the invoice is submitted on time to the customer. Third, manage invoice disputes and correction. Sometimes it may happen that you have raised invoice and the customer has rejected, the customer has asked for backup documents, or the customer is not happy with the product. So there could be some, rejection from the customer point of view. So in that case, O2C team has to be involved with the customer, understand their requirement, involve the business team who can talk to the customer and have a solution. Handle billing inquiries and issues. So if there is any error in the billing or there is some clarifications required by the customer, then O2C team has to help the customer in understanding the billing. Next responsibility is payment processing. It may happen certain time that you have to make payment to the customer, right? For example, if the customer is issuing a debit note for any rejection, or you have to make certain payment like discount, or it may be like any type of incentives you're giving to the dealer, right? So ensure that the customers are paid on time, and the invoice whatever you are going to make payment, you adjust the payment with that invoice, right? If the dealer has raised the invoice, for example, you are making the payment, ensure that it is applied to the right invoice. Manage payment exception and discrepancies. So if there is any discrepancies or there is some exception, talk to the customers and ensure that it is solved on time so that they get the payment on time. Ensure accurate accounting and reconciliation of payment. Always you have to ensure that the customer books of accounts and your books of accounts should match, right? That is how you can keep the reconciliation healthy. Last one is handle payment related issues and inquiries. So if there is any claim by the dealer or claim by the customer and it is not accounted, it is still with the business, not approved. So you have to ensure that whatever is pending with the business or with a third party who is going to submit the invoice to you, ensure that this invoice are coming to you on time so that you can process the payment to the customer on time. Next responsibility is the cash application. This is the reverse side. That means you have raised the invoice and the customer is making the payment to you. So you have to apply this cash to the right invoice. So apply cash receipt to the customer account. It should not happen that you have received from Mr. X, but you are applying from as receipt from Mr. Y. So that is not correct. You should not apply with the wrong customer, nor you should apply with a wrong invoice as well. Manage cash application exception and discrepancies. Sometimes it may happen that because of some penalty or like the customer has deducted TDS from your payment. In that case, you should have proper clarity for any short payment by the customer so that you can account it correctly in your system. Ensure accurate accounting and reconciliation of cash receipts. So it is always good that monthly or quarterly you do a reconciliation with the customer books of accounts and ensure that whatever invoice you have raised, only those invoices are shown as pending in their books. If there is any discrepancies in any particular invoice because of short payment or penalty or TDS or for any reason, then that has to be reconciled and you have to account it. Ensure accurate accounting and reconciliation. Last one is identify and resolve cash application issues. If you have applied to a wrong invoice, then you have to reverse that and apply to the correct invoice. Responsibilities, reporting and analysis. Generate reports on order to cash metrics. Analyze data to identify trend and area for improvement. Provide insight to stakeholders to inform business decisions. Track key performance indicators, because O2C team is mostly connected to revenue, and revenue is like the main department, right? And every company, or you can say the CEO or MD or maybe the CFO, they're more keen to know about the movement of revenue month to month as well as the movement of demand from the customers. So the O2C team has to prepare all certain type of reports, whether downloaded from SAP or by using BI tools or maybe a specific tool which the company is using. But this team is responsible to give all type of segmental reports or margin analysis report to the top management team. Next one is customer service. Yes, you are the person who will be in contact with the customer. So all the queries will come to you. So respond to customer inquiries and resolve issues. Ensure customer satisfaction and build strong relationship. Provide timely and accurate information to customers. Collaborate with other teams to resolve customer issues. As customer is king, right? Generally, this is the phrase used. So you are the person who will be responsible to contact with the customer and ensure that all the queries clarification from the customers are solved on time. Let's try to understand what are the skills required if you have to be part of O2C team. Are there any specific skills which are required? Let's see. So the first one is technical skills. Definitely when I say technical, it's more about accounting standard like India's 115, right? Which are more connected to revenue and billing. Second is business skills. You should know the business. You should know how to read the contract. You should know what type of agreements you are having with the customers. Third is soft skill. This is very much required because you are the person who is going to deal with the customer. So you should have a good amount of soft skills so that you can handle customer queries on time and with a good manner. And the last is other skills. There are some general skills which is required to be part of this team. So let's understand in details. Let's start with the first skill, that is technical skill. So ERP system, definitely you should know about the ERP. You should know how the invoice is raised in SAP, Oracle, or whatever system the company is using. So familiarity with ERP systems such as SAP, Oracle, Microsoft Dynamics, you should know about that. Second is accounting software, knowledge of accounting software such as Oracle and SAP. It's not only invoicing, you should know how to post entries, you should know how to download reports and do analysis. That is very much required. And the last one is data analysis, ability to analyze data, generate reports using tools like Excel, SQL, or data visualization software. Next skill is business skill, very very important for a person who want to make a career in O2C. Order management, understand of order management process, including order received, processing, fulfillment. You should know completely that how the order management is done. Second, you should know that who are the departments involved in this, right? Or with whom you should contact so that the order management is on time, right? Next is invoicing and billing. You should know that also. Knowledge of invoicing and billing process, including invoice generation, delivery, payment tracking. Third is payment processing, understanding of payment processing, including payment receipts, applications, and reconciliation, right? When you're making payment to the customer. And fourth is the reverse side, when you get the payment from the customer, cash application. Ability to apply cash receipt to customer accounts and manage cash application exceptions, right? So these are the basic need of O2C team member. Next skill is soft skill. Whether you are in O2C, R2R, or in P2P, or in any department of finance, soft skill is very important. So the first one is communication, excellent communication skill to interact with customers, internal stakeholders, and external partner. As you are the person who is going to deal with the customer, your communication skills should be good, right? Problem solving, it's not that every time you have to go back to your manager to have a solution. So you should have independent way of solving issues. So if there is an query, there is some escalation from the customer, you should see how to manage that. So a strong problem solving skill to resolve order to cash issues and exceptions. Third is attention to detail. So attention to detail to ensure accuracy in order processing, invoicing, and payment application. Fourth is time management. Yes, there will be a lot of pressure. You have to raise the invoice on time. You have to do a lot of reconciliation on time. During month end also you have to close your books on time. So ability to manage multiple tasks and prioritize work to meet deadlines. Next one is customer service. Strong customer service skills to respond to customer inquiries and resolve issues. Next one is analytical thinking, ability to analyze data and identify trends and areas for improvement, right? Because you will be the person who will be responsible to give reports to the top management. So ensure that whatever the top management requires, you prepare the reports as per the requirement of the top management. Collaboration, ability to collaborate with other teams such as sales, customer service, and finance. Because order management is not only with O2C, it may be part of your sales team, it may be part of your logistic team. So you have to see that how you are coordinating with all these team members. That is very much required. Next skill is other skill, or you can say some additional skills which is good for you, like process improvement, ability to identify opportunities for process improvement and implement changes. System integration, understanding of system integration and ability to work with IT teams to integrate systems. Because in many manufacturing company, what they do, they have different feeder systems which are connected to the reporting system. So you also should know that how this feeder system work. Otherwise, you will not follow the complete accounting how it happens. And the last is data security, very important. Knowledge of data security, best practice, and ability to maintain confidentiality and integrity of customer data, because you are the person who know everything about the discounts given, the selling price. So you have to ensure that whatever knowledge you have on the customer, you don't pass it to any other person. Now coming to the last slide where I'll be talking about the competencies for the O2C team member, and I'm majorly focusing on the senior roles. So if you're joining a company as a senior role and you are going to lead the O2C team, then here are the few competencies which you should keep in mind. The first one is strategic thinking and planning, ability to develop and implement strategic plans, including financial planning and budgeting. Second is leadership and management, ability to lead and manage team, motivate team, provide clarity during tough situations. So if there is any query where, or you can say there is a unstructured or a non-standard transaction, then in that case you have to come forward and help your team. Third is change management and implementation. This is very important in as part of finance, because automation, process improvement is day-to-day job of the leader, right? So ability to manage and implement change. It is good to think about automation. It is good to think about process improvement, but it is always good that you manage the change. You see that how the group of people or the people those are involved in the process are aligned, so that the change management can be implemented on time. Fourth is coaching and development, ability to coach and develop team members, including financial skills, development, and leadership development. So these are few. There could be many more competencies which are required, and this is a quite interesting role, and many people make good career in O2C. So if you have not subscribed to the channel, request you to subscribe to the channel. Keep watching. I'll be uploading few more videos on interesting profiles. Thank you.